Greetings, programs. As Sark would say, Moto Dork. It's a sunny day. Got some white puffy clouds up there. You know? It's just a little brisk this morning. So probably not going to be a very long video because my fingers, my dainty little man fingers, are going to get kind of cold in these non-heated gloves. And I know that none of you all out there want that to happen, right? And I certainly don't want it to happen. Shut off my little vents so I don't get brain freeze. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to talk about James Gunn. The former and now once again director of the next Guardians of the Galaxy film, also known as Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'm really happy he's back. It was a pretty upsetting series of events that happened last year. Now, I'm like a lot of people in that I adore the two Guardians of the Galaxy movies because, well, they're just different and they're special, and they affect me and touch me in a way that none of the other movies do. And I like all the Marvel Studios films. There aren't any of them that I don't like. Clearly there are some that I like more than others in general, but I don't dislike any of them. They all have their place and they're all very well made. But Gunn, he wrote the stories for the Guardians movies, he directed the movies, he put his flair into them, he put his style, his view, his heart into them. And you can see it, and you can feel it. These movies are as much about the human condition as any film out there is. And I can feel it. And it's the music. Now, I recently read that Gunn will, you know, rather than the way many directors will do and add music to a scene to enhance the scene, Gunn, he has all the music in mind before he even starts writing, and then he writes the film around the music. And you know, I know that a lot of us out there are probably exactly this way, the same way I have been many times in my life, where I have tried to imagine myself, you know, if I could write a script for a movie, or if I could, you know, come up with an idea for a movie, or even maybe just a scene, you know, rewrite in my mind a scene for a movie that's already been made. You know, I myself a lot of times envision the soundtrack of that movie or that scene before I even think about what I would do. That's what I have done myself. I'm just not talented enough to actually do it. So I was kind of thrilled to read that that's what he does. In no way am I trying to compare myself to James Gunn, even in the slightest bit, because I'm not anything like him. I'm nowhere near talented as he is. However, it did thrill me to read that, because that's kind of what I always assumed, because every song he has put into both those films fit seamlessly right into it. Seamlessly. Like it was made for the film. And now I know why. Because he did make, you know, the films for these songs. You know? I mean, come on. The opening scene in Guardians 2, where they're fighting the giant slug monster, whatever you call it, and Groot is trying to get some music going, and it's, you know, that wonderful song by ELO, Mr. Blue Sky. I mean, God, it's just beautiful. The whole thing is beautiful. And you can also tell that's what he's doing, because the songs aren't just dropped into the film haphazardly. They are an integral part of the scenes. It's all very organic in that it's not just a song playing over the movie. You know, it's a song playing from a music player in the scene, or Groot trying to turn this music player on, you know, or a song playing on a car stereo, like at the beginning of Guardians 2. It's just beautiful. So then, I mean, and so, you know, because of all this, you know, I'm sure you can tell how excited I was at the prospect of another film. You know, part 3. You know, where are we going with this one, you know? After everything we've already explored with this group of people who have become their own little family. And then that fateful day came where Disney announced that Gunn was fired from the project. They said they were going to go ahead and use his script, but Gunn is no longer attached to it. And the reason for that was some things that led up to that day. Someone, and I'm not going to get into the political side of this. I refuse to, in the context of my videos. These videos, as much of a political person as I am, these videos non-political. I want everyone to be able to enjoy these videos. I will not get into political commentary here. However, someone dug up and publicized a whole bunch of tweets that James Gunn made years ago, many years ago, 9 to 11 years ago. And they're pretty horrible tweets. Now, Gunn says he was attempting, you know, humor. He was attempting to make jokes, to indulge in edgy, risque humor, and boy did he ever. I mean, I can't say anything good about the humor, you know, and I can enjoy edgy humor, you know, I can enjoy it. There are many comedians out there who engage in it and do it very well, and I can enjoy it for what it is. But not so much the things he was saying. Yeah. So I get that. I kind of understand where Disney was coming from. But at the same time, I cannot, and nor will I ever, condone knee-jerk mentality. I will not. At some point you have to be able to say, yes, this person messed up. This person made some bad mistakes. But this person must also be given a chance to redeem himself. Redemption can be an integral part of life. We do it through our prison system. That's what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to be there so that one can contemplate one's deeds and make an effort to improve and change. Isn't that what we all want? Positive change, improvement, so that maybe we can go forward and add value to our lives, and if we're lucky, other people's lives. That's what we want to do. And here's the thing. When Disney fired Gunn, the entire cast, even Chris Pratt, who is publicly a very religious-minded person, supported him openly, publicly, in written word, supported him in saying that yes, he may have done these things a long time ago, but he is not that person today. That's what they said. And I meant to turn right there. I sure did. That's what they all said. So again, I say, isn't that what we want people to do? We all have done things we feel bad for, things we feel ashamed over, things we regret. We all have. And many of us have done things we regret that still linger today on the internet, because the internet never forgets. Clearly. See James Gunn. I mean, I'm sure I have things out there somewhere on the internet that I said years ago that I don't feel like anymore, that I don't agree with anymore, because over time I've listened to other people, I've learned from other people, and I've changed my ways. I've changed my way of thinking. And again, isn't that what we all want to do? So yeah, you know, for several months, Gunn was off the project. And Dave Bautista, who was the most outspoken, and I really admire him and respect him for saying what he said and sticking to his guns. He was basically saying, at first, I'm out. If Gunn's out, I'm out. But then, just a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I can't keep track, Disney announced Gunn was back. Now, there was a large outcry from the Marvel fan community against his firing. Myself included. I tweeted several things against it. I even lost a couple of friends on Facebook in my support of it through things I said, if you can believe that. But anyway, 2 or 3 weeks ago, Disney announced that Gunn was back. Disney and Marvel announced. And it was joyous. I was excited. And the funny thing is, the really funny thing is, the day before the announcement, I was thinking to myself, because I had just seen an interview with Kevin Feige. Just the day before, I watched an interview which had taken place just a few days before that, where he was asked about Guardians of the Galaxy straight up. You know, have you found a director yet? And Feige is like, no, we haven't really found anybody yet. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, Guardians of the Galaxy is one of their biggest franchises on film, and he's being just kind of nonchalant about this, like, we don't really care, we haven't really looked for anybody. Really? That seems very odd to me. Grass clippings on the road. Not too bad, but still dangerous. That's what I'm talking about. People just don't think. They don't care. But anyway, thinking, holy crap, this is like one of their most adored, one of their biggest, most popular franchises. You know, and one of the characters from this franchise played an incredibly pivotal role in Avengers Infinity War. And they don't really even care about finding a director yet? So I thought to myself, you know what, self, I will bet anything they are not looking for a director because they are trying to get Gunn back in the director's chair. I said, I will bet anything. And I wish to God I had told somebody I was thinking that, because then I'd look like an effing prophet. Because the very next day, they announced that Gunn was back. So, Disney and Marvel, or Disney is the ones that make the decisions. I can only assume Disney came to their senses and, one, realized they were going to lose a lot of money because there were some people who weren't going to watch the movie. If Gunn's not the director, they're not going to be in that theater to watch the movie. And two, I want to believe that Disney realized, hey, we need to give this guy a second chance, because everybody's saying he's not like that anymore. You know, yes, he made some mistakes, but he's not the same person today. Let's give him another chance. I want to believe that was their thought process. Because if it wasn't, it should be. It really should be. So, Gunn is back. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is back on track. Gunn's own script will be used. Everybody's happy. Well, I can't say everybody, because there are some people who believe he shouldn't have been brought back. And you know what? I don't care about those people. I don't care about them. If they don't want to watch the movie, that's fine. It's not going to lose any money. I give Marvel and Disney specifically a lot of credit for making this decision. I talked a lot about that. Well, I had a lot on my mind. Oh, look. More clippings. Yeah. It's good. I mean, I'm not that concerned about, you know, staying upright, keeping the rubber side down. No, I'm not that concerned about it. I am, actually. I'm very concerned about it. I don't want to wreck. Anyway, if you're watching this and you've got your own thoughts about bringing back James Gunn, you know, anything having to do with that whole mess, tell me what you think. I promise your thoughts and your ideas and your opinions will be valued regardless of which way you swing on this thing.